Let's have a look at the Tui Navigate app on the Marella Explorer. In order to access it, you do need to be connected to the ship's Wi-Fi, but this is not the same as having actual internet access, which is not free. So, it's a very user-friendly interface. The first section I click on here is Cruise News, and then you've got further subsections so you can find what you want. Here is the timetable for the day, and they do update it every single day to let you know what's going on. The port and weather section is extremely useful if you're doing your own thing rather than going on excursions, because it gives you the time you leave port as well as the weather, and it's very easy to navigate backwards and forwards between the pages you want to go to. I was using it on my iPad, but it also worked on my iPhone. So you then can have a look at the excursions on offer, and you can pre-book them before you go, or you can book them through the app once you are on board. And it breaks it down into each day and what there is available. And here's an example of one of the trips that can be booked. This looked really good, but unfortunately it was the day we were leaving, so no go for us. You can also view the restaurant and bar details. This will allow you to see the times they open, how busy they are at certain times, which is super useful, especially if you have evening plans to take in a show or go to one of the activities. And you can also see what's on the menu at all the different places. You then have access to your account. My Bookings shows you any trips you have booked. You do have to log in, and it tells you exactly how you can do that. I was not logged in on my iPad, but under my account you will see details of anything that has been charged to your account. It's a great way to keep track of your onboard spending because you do need to use a credit card. Under My Cabin, you will find details of how you can order from the minibar, report a problem, details about life on board, emergency procedures, etc., and the room service menu as well. I didn't use room service or the minibar, but it looked to be fairly easy if you do want to order anything from either of those. My feedback just allows you to submit feedback. It's not for complaints, it's more for any comments you have about life on board. Maybe a particular member of staff has done an outstanding job and that kind of thing. The Shops and Cruise store gives details of the Broadway shops on board, and you're also able to book your next cruise while you're on board if you want to. There's also destination services where you can book your excursions face-to-face if you'd rather do it that way. My Photos lets you see any photos that have been taken of you in your time on board. None were taken of me, so again, I can't really comment on that particular section. And the same goes for the kids club, although they do have two different kids clubs depending on age. Internet allows you to purchase internet, but it is extremely expensive to do so on board. And then the muster point, details of your emergency muster point. Flight check-in and ship map are both fairly self-explanatory. So let's take a closer look at one of the restaurants. The one we are going to go to tonight is called Vista, so I'm able to use the app to see what time it opens, details of the types of food it provides, and also the menu for today, which can be really helpful when you're deciding where you want to go. Some of the restaurants change their menus daily, some don't change at all, and some change a couple of times a week. You can also use the app to book in at the tapas restaurant or one of the specialty dining restaurants.